There was Dorwan Stoddard. We mentioned him earlier, the 76-year-old retired construction worker who used his own body to shield his wife from the gunfire. Brian Webb spent part of the week talking with his widow, Mavy, and she lives with the fact that her husband gave her life, or gave his life to save hers.
And such a sweet woman and a touching story, you know. And this really isn't just about the tragedy. It's about a love affair, 40 years in the making, and the pain of losing her best friend.
At a grocery store gathering on January 8, 2011, Mavy Stoddard was shot in the leg 3 times, injured with 12 others. But even worse, her heart was broken, losing the love of her life, her husband, Dorwan.
I pray a lot. I try to remember all the fun and the good times that the Lord let us have.
Mavy and Dory were 6th grade sweethearts who married other people and didn't marry each other until decades later, then set out to see the world.
And he probably drove 12 to 14,000 miles through Europe.
Wow.
And we had a ball.
Little did they know their most dangerous trip would be to the Safeway down the street. A quick chance to talk to their Congresswoman Gabby Giffords. Suddenly, shots rang out. Mavy was hit, then pushed to the ground and covered by her husband. That's when she realized he'd been hit too. A bullet to the head. He died in her arms.
I was able to tell him I loved him and told him to breathe deeply, and he did. So therefore, I believe he heard me. And I'm grateful that I was with him when he died.
A year later, Mavy's legs are mostly healed, and she stays busy with family, friends, and Bible study, but thinks about Dory all the time and their 15-year marriage that she calls nearly perfect. These are his ashes in the bedroom. She says she misses him most in the mornings when she's at home alone.
That's when I miss my best friend the most, because he should be sitting here beside me.
Stoddard now spends some of her time fighting to keep illegal guns out of the hands of dangerous people. Steve, she's already been to Washington, D.C. once, trying to talk to lawmakers, plans to be back there again this year.
Yeah, so many people turning that experience into action for the future. Thank you, Brian.